The Jeep Cherokee is one of the best known SUV nameplates in the world, but it's been gone since 2001, until now. It's back for 2014 in a more family-friendly package, and in appearance it mostly fits in a size down from the Grand Cherokee. So does the new Cherokee live up to the legendary nameplate while spanning the on- and off-road worlds more neatly? And how does it stack up against the competition, the Subaru Forester and Honda CR-V? Hi, I'm Joel Fetter, and we'll find out in our video road test of the 2014 Jeep Cherokee. The Jeep Cherokee's design is literally the definition of polarizing. It's awe-inducing, and not in a great way. You know what? It kind of goes against the grain of traditional squared-off Jeeps. Now we want to note, this particular Cherokee is an off-road Trailhawk model. That means it has an inch higher ride height, off-road tires, plastic body cladding, and red tow hooks. The design issue we have with this vehicle is the front end up here. Splitting up these LED daytime running lights from these headlights, it seemed like a clever idea, and at night it looks really cool. But during the day, it kind of makes it look tired, and we like our Jeeps to look wide awake. Now from the side, we see a little Hyundai Santa Fe, and in the rear, a little Kia Sorento. Guys, if you're gonna go all in on a new design, go all in. Now Jeep says the interior of the Cherokee was influenced by birds of prey with a fluid feel. Now we aren't sure about all that, but this is a pleasant place to spend your time. There's soft touch materials strewn about the cabin, and everything's pretty pleasing to the touch. There's some handsome color schemes and some really cool Easter eggs, such as the 1941 Jeep Willys at the base of the windshield. The ads for the Cherokee are going to call it a midsize, but honestly, there's not much more room in here compared to a compact crossover, such as the Subaru Forester. Now our favorite seat in the Cherokee is this front seat. It's on the roomy side of compact, though larger drivers, their knees are to make contact with both the center console and the doors. Also, these headrests, it's a little far forward for our tastes. On paper, the Cherokee has about the same rear seat room as a Grand Cherokee, but in the real world, it's a whole different story. Once the driver puts the seat back a little, you start getting pretty cramped. You can mitigate this by sliding the rear seat back on its track, but then you cut into cargo room. The high cargo load floor is the result of the four-wheel drive components that ride beneath it, and those components also trim down total cargo space. Behind the front seats is 54.9 cubic feet, and behind the rear seats is 24.6 feet. This is slightly down on the Honda CR-V, which has 37.2 cubic feet behind the second row, and the Hyundai Santa Fe, which has 35.4 cubic feet. But hey, there's a nifty cargo management system here with Jeep grills on the plastic. There's actually a ton of storage here. The glove box can hold an iPad, and there's a bin on top of the center stack that you can throw some stuff in while on the go. The Cherokee is up against a broad swath of crossover and utility models with 4 trim levels: Sport, Latitude, Limited, and Trailhawk, which is this trail-rated model that we have here. Starting from just under $24,000, the Sport comes with air conditioning, cruise control, power features, Bluetooth, and a 5-inch screen for the audio system with a 3.5-inch screen in the gauge cluster. Loaded up, and you have our $35,000 Trailhawk tester with heated leather seats, heated leather steering wheel, power tailgate, and Chrysler's 8.4-inch Uconnect infotainment system. This system is fantastic, and it's one of our favorites. The navigation part is done by Garmin, and the touchscreen is easy to use with large virtual buttons. When it comes to safety, the Cherokee has you covered. The IIHS named it a top safety pick with good scores across the board, and NHTSA gave it 4 stars. We like the Bluetooth as standard, and there's fairly good visibility here. Unfortunately, a rear view camera is standard only on the Limited model, but it is an option on all the others. There's other safety tech available, such as blind spot monitors, adaptive cruise control that can bring it to a full stop, the lane departure and forward collision warning system. The only thing on our wish list would be a surround view camera system, which would be awesome for off-roading. There's also an available park assist function on the Limited model, which lets the Cherokee guide itself into parallel or perpendicular parking spots. The base engine under the hood of all Cherokees is our tester's 2.4-liter 4-cylinder, and it's one of the best-sounding 4-cylinder engines Chrysler's produced in a long time. It's rated 184 horsepower and 171 pound-feet of torque, and in front-wheel drive, it gets a combined EPA rating of 25 miles per gallon. Unlike the competition, the Cherokee is available with a V6 engine option. It's a 3.2-liter V6 rated 271 horsepower and 239 pound-feet of torque. it can get an EPA combined rating of up to 22 miles per gallon. We find the V6's responses to be quick and confidence-inspiring. It doesn't matter which engine you choose. Both are connected to a new ZF 9-speed automatic transmission with a very low takeoff gear and a few very tall overdrive gears for fuel economy. Chrysler says it has more than 40 shift patterns, but what it really lacks is true control. There are no paddle shifters here, and while you can change the gears with the lever, at the end of the day, the transmission is just ignoring you and going with this programming. The Cherokee's ride and handling are a pleasant surprise. We were prepared to be underwhelmed, but the Cherokee rides very well in most versions with smooth dampening over most urban streets. This Trailhawk is less vulnerable to the road rash and might have an easier time with deep snow too, thanks to its off-road tires and inch higher ride height. You can get the Cherokee with front, all, or four-wheel drive. Yes, there's real four-wheel drive with a locking rear differential and crawl ratios. We aren't even sure if a Subaru Forester could keep up with the Cherokee off-road. So what's the bottom line with the 2014 Jeep Cherokee? It plants a solid foot both in the SUV and crossover world and only flubs the styling. Be sure to read our full review on thecarconnection.com and follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. I'm Joel Fetter. Thanks for watching.